Hi everyone, welcome to Vegas Showbiz. We are Jessica and Michael Pellegrini, and we're excited to be back with another Vegas show review. Today we're talking about Farrell Dillon's comedy magic show, which plays upstairs in the Magic Attic at Bally's on the Strip. It was our first time seeing the show, so we'll talk about our impressions of the show, as well as my experience getting pulled up on stage. Got to be part of a Vegas magic show, so that was pretty cool. We'll get into that. And then stick with us for the end because we've got a nice pro tip for you. Guaranteed way to save money on Vegas show tickets. We've been seeing a lot of shows this way lately, so we'll share with you how we're doing that. Before we get into everything, please help us out by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We would greatly appreciate that. We'll start with our overall impressions of the show. And for that, I give you Jessica Pellegrini.
Okay. The theater is nothing special, so we don't really need to say anything about that.
It's the Magic Attic.
The Magic Attic is nothing special.
Okay.
But that's no surprise. It's at the Horseshoe.
Well,
which
almost.
Is
Bally's is kind of rough right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But that aside, so it's a super small show, the smallest show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It
What was there?
like
25 people in the audience?
Probably.
Yeah. Saturday night.
But he was funny.
Very.
He was funny.
He's good.
You know, it was one of those shows where I didn't expect much because it was small. It was at Bally's, which is really run down right now. We probably wouldn't have gone and seen it if it wasn't for, you know, this little pro tip we have later. Mm-hmm. And I was really surprised. I'll go back. I'll totally go back.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually want to take our kids.
Our kids would love it.
Yeah, he was engaging and funny, and you know, his tricks aren't things that we haven't seen before, but they still got us. I mean, it was still like, I don't get it. How did he do that?
For sure, yeah.
It was all the things that I want from a show.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought of it as family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 60-40 on the magic to the comedy, but you know, there's a good dose of comedy in there. Nothing dirty at all, anything like that. It was just
not at all.
He does funny stuff with like cards coming out of his mouth, and like these thimbles, these colored thimbles, keep making a reappearance all the time, and he does funny stuff with that.
It's just him. I think his wife
does assist.
It has a small part. But on, you know, just like most other magic shows that we've seen, it's just not a lot of extra stuff. It's a very simple stage. It's mostly just him, and it's card tricks, and his final trick, which this guy got to go up on stage for, that was one I haven't seen, at least not for a while.
I did it too.
And he did it so fast, it was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, you're setting this stage for it, so let's talk about what did he even say when I got called up?
So he had been calling up people throughout the night, and his final thing, he said, okay, I've got one more trick to bring somebody up for. I'm gonna call on someone who looks like they could have been my friend in high school. And I knew right away, I'm like, oh God, Michael's gonna get picked.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we were sitting second row center. He points right at Michael and says, that's you, come on up.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy.
So we'll show tons of pictures because there is no video allowed whatsoever, but there was photography. So once he went up on stage, I was taking photo after photo after photo. But you'll have to tell him what happened once he went up there.
Yeah, well, there was a couple of tricks that I was a part of. It wasn't just one. The first one was a card trick, right? That was the one where he gave me a deck of cards, and there's a lot of comedic interplay leading up to all this, you know, and he's just got a lot of comedic chops. He's a very funny guy. So I was just trying to go along with that as much as I could. But it's one where he said, you know, he gives me a standard deck of cards and says, you know, do you have like a favorite card in the deck or whatever? And I was like, sure, yeah, I do. And he's like, go ahead and pick your favorite one out of the deck. Don't show me, you're just gonna hide it. And I couldn't think, all that was coming to my brain was the Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Like, I'm an old school metalhead, you know, and that's like it's such a classic normal card, like not that creative of a choice, Ace of Spades. But I saw it right away and I was like, that's the one. I should have gotten like the Jack of Diamonds or something cooler, I don't know. But anyway, I grabbed the Ace of Spades. He says, show it to, you know, the audience. So I kind of fanned it around there. He's looking away, doesn't see anything. And then, you know, I'm holding it and I'm able to reinsert it into the deck. And of course, you know, he was able to reproduce that card pretty easily.
But doesn't it come out of his mouth?
Is that how it came? I can't
even remember how it happened because we've seen plenty of card tricks.
Yeah.
But every time I'm still like, I don't.
They always have a twist on it where it's like, yeah, it came out of their mouth, or it was just, there's something
from somewhere else.
more than just simply, oh, here was your card, the Ace of Spades. It was pretty cool how he did it. I don't want to give too much away, and I don't remember every detail, but he definitely did it right there in front of me. Everything was in front of me, and I still didn't know what was going on. There was no misdirection or anything from my perspective.
But then you were up there for also the final.
Yeah, this one was a bigger one where he had like a big wooden box, and we were testing the box, kind of like slapping it on each side to make sure that it's solid and all that. And it definitely felt like it was maneuverable in some way, but it was also solid wood. I mean, it didn't feel
a sturdy, heavy box.
For sure, yeah. And then he did this trick where he basically got himself in a black bag, pulled it up over his head, tied it closed.
No, she tied it closed.
She tied it closed for him, right? And then he's standing inside the wooden box. The lid is open. And then he lowers himself down, and she closes the box. I'm holding the padlock the whole time with the key off to the side, and then she closes it. I go and lock it for him, and I take the key out. It's locked, solidly locked. And I step back, and I'm holding the key. Then she does this whole thing where she's got this, I want to call it like a shower curtain. It's like a hoop.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, it's like a hoop with a curtain below it. And she goes and gets herself standing on top of the box, lifts it up. And again, I've got a different perspective. I had to come over and help her lift it because she couldn't do it herself. And lift it all the way up, and I don't know what happened. I just heard like a little sound, and then all of a sudden,
but it was instantly. As soon
right
as
away.
It went up, it came right back down, and there he was, and it was.
And it's just, and there's the magician that was just in the black bag in the box, and it's like, what the heck?
It was cool.
And then to make it even better, then he gets the key from me, opens up the lock, and opens everything up, and who's in the bag? Her. She is.
Yeah.
That I had just helped lift the thing up.
Yeah,
I have no idea how they did. I mean,
it was cool.
There's some explanation.
And there was some comedy mixed in
for sure.
Whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He's a very funny guy.
He's super funny. And then she's like, "You need to take a bow with us. You were a part of the presentation, part of the show." And I was like, "Okay, I'm taking a bow on stage in Vegas." It was funny.
It was a very fun show. It's definitely one we would go back to.
Right. Right.
And take our family.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just goes to show you that the entertainment bar for Vegas is high, and any show that you're going to get out there and see, even if your expectations aren't that much, chances are it's going to be a pretty darn good show. Everybody is good, man. If you're playing on the Strip, you're pretty good. And this is another example of that, where this guy's been doing it for a long time, has traveled around, but he earned his spot on the Strip, and his show is quite entertaining and fun, even if it's not packed every night. It was a really good time.
Right. Definitely. I would recommend it.
Yeah. Go back if you're looking for a nice little comedic magic show, family friendly, good time. It was fun. So let's get into the pro tip on how we save money on tickets. Check out houseseats.com. As of this time, we're not like an affiliate of theirs, but I need to work on that because we are a big fan of the platform. House Seats operates in a variety of cities around the country, Vegas being one of them. When you buy a membership, the length of that membership can vary, but you're getting access to 2 free tickets or 2 tickets to any events that are available, and those vary from day to day. It's the kind of thing where if you're living here, it's pretty much a no-brainer just to get it. We got a killer deal. If you're a local in Vegas, here's another pro tip. We got 2 years for the price of 1. Keep an eye out for those because I've seen it twice now that was available. But even if you're just coming for the weekend, they sell a 2-month membership that's only $49. Who cares if you only use it for 2 or 3 days? If you're only spending $49 to get show tickets for 2 of you the whole time, I mean, you could do a show one night. Comedy clubs are always on there. You could easily catch a comedy show the next night. It's a very affordable way to get entertainment the whole time you're here. If you're paying retail per ticket, it's going to be way more than that. The only way this doesn't work for you is if you've got your heart set on a particular performer or show. You've got to see that while you're in town. There's really no guarantee at all that you're going to find it here. Chances are you won't. So I wouldn't recommend that. But if you're open, you just want to have a good time. And like we're saying, I mean, the bar is high. There's so many good shows. If you're just down to go with the flow and see what you see, you cannot beat this deal. So
stay tuned. We'll tell you about more of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're catching shows this way all the time, and we got more reviews coming soon. So again, help us out. Like the video, and more importantly, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow this thing, and we need your help, so we would appreciate that. So I guess that's all we've got for this one. Check out Farrell, Dillon. It's a good time, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.